how big was that save by Vasilevsky on Beauvillier at the end of the second period? Could this have been a completely different game had that gone in? Thank you.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I think all his saves are big. But it's the timing of saves that you need, and to be able to go into the break up a goal instead of tied. Those are tough ones to give up at the end. But you need your guy back there to bail you out when you break down, and he sure did that.
Chris Johnston, Sportsnet.
Hey, John, did you get much of an explanation on Brayden Point's goaltender interference penalty, and how did you guys sort of weather that stage of the game?
Well, that's a big thing you have to do is you have to manage your emotions, and I'm sure we all saw the call, so it was a tough one, tough decision for the refs to make, especially when they tell you, he put his hands up to hit the goalie, and then clearly he did not do that. So it's a game of high rate of speed. Refs are in a bind when it comes down to that, but in those situations, you have to weather through that. Like, in the end, you have to kill the penalty off. We didn't. And, to me, it wasn't so much that Pointer got a penalty. It was the fact we gave up a goal on the play. And that's how you have to manage your emotions in those situations. I thought the guys did a great job. And just staying in the fight. And because calls aren't going to go your way. Some calls aren't going to go the Islanders' ways. And it's just the way things go. But you have to stay the course. I thought our guys did a great job there. And, it's huge getting the next goal. Even if it comes later in the game, not to give up the lead or let them take the lead was big for us.
John Romano, Tampa Bay Times.
Hey, John, I don't want to oversell this, but is there almost an artistic quality to the plays that Kucherov makes on the goals for Point and Palat?
Did you get that, Woj?
John, you're kind of coming in and out a little bit. Could you repeat the question a little more clearly?
John, I said I don't want to oversell this, but is there almost an artistic quality to the plays that Kucherov made on the assist, Palat, and Point?
John, I can't hear you. I'm assuming you're asking if Kuch is a good player, and he's a really good player.
Dan Rosen, NHL.com.
John, just why overall was this game, from your perspective, much different from game one? I mean, was it a mindset? Was it a mindset that led to execution, a combination? What was it tonight?
On our part? Or
yeah, on your part.
I think I explained what happened to us in game one, and was fairly confident we were going to rectify that, and we did. And it's weird this year. Game ones, it doesn't matter how much tape you watch on teams. Until you go in the trenches, you just don't know. And especially in a year where the two teams don't play each other. And good on the Islanders for coming out and sticking to their game plan and getting us in game one. We know we had better, and we were better. And so probably, the series is 1-1, and it probably should be. But for us, we have to get this far in the playoffs and to beat a quality team like the Islanders. You can't slip up. I mean, you have to be in it both mentally and physically. And tonight I thought we were, and I thought the Islanders were in game one a little bit better than us. And so, but our guys have, these past two playoff runs, they really dig their heels in after a loss, and they did that again tonight. And now we just got to keep, building on this momentum we have.
Joe Smith, The Athletic.
John, is Cirelli okay? Seemed like he went off the ice right at the end there after that last scrum with Zajac.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. Stuff like that happens at times. It's unfortunate, but he should be okay here.
Eric Erlinson, Lightning Insider.
One of the big things tonight was your battle level was up, right? Like your battle level for pucks and competing for pucks. So when that is at the level it was tonight, how does that engage you guys into your game?
Well, we have to be like that to win. So if we're not competing, we're not battling, especially, Islanders are as good a team as you're going to see in this league, and they're 4 lines deep, and they've got guys that are they got skill players, they got depth players, and their D's, they're probably going to have a bunch of guys on Olympic teams on there. Like, they've got just good players, and so when they play, and they're playing hard too. So if you're not playing hard, they're going to get you. And it's not a matter of, just because we play hard, we won. Like, we have to execute. Yeah, your mind's got to be into it, and in the end, your goalie's got to make some saves. And for one night tonight, that went well for us. But we just can't sit here and say, okay, well, we got him in game 2. We're going to get him in game 3. Not a chance. And now we got to go do this on the road. And you have to take another step forward. As hard as it is, you can't be content on this. If we don't come out and be better than we were in game 2, it's going to be hard for us to win. And that's what we just have to keep building on.
We'll do 2 more for Coach Mary Fiello, Tampa Bay Times.
Hey, John, I'm going to be John's proxy here, but he wanted to ask you if he doesn't want to oversell it, but is there almost an artistic quality to the passes that Kucherov made to set up point and blot on their goals tonight?
Yeah, he's remarkably gifted, and it's, I don't know how to describe it. He does everything with grace. He's just so smooth in the plays he makes, and what his vision is, and how he can see and make plays. It almost looks effortless. I'm thinking in the game, like a Nick Leddy. So I'll give you an example of the way Leddy skates. It's effortless down the ice. It's almost like he glides. And there's guys that have that quality, and Cooch has that quality in making plays. And it just looks effortless. And I know it's not. He works at this, and he works at doing what he does extremely well. But he sure can make plays out of what looks like nothing. He can make something out of it, and it's fun to watch.
Last question, Jay Retcher, 95.3.
Coop, a lot's been made over the last couple of days about the lack of scoring from defense, and of course, as everybody predicted, Jan Ruda was the guy to find the back of the net. How cool was it to see a guy like that who works so hard, doesn't get nearly enough credit, to find the back of the net, and it seemed like the team was really into him scoring?
Yeah, well, he gets credit in our locker room, I'll tell you that. Guys are fired up from. I think it was. You find out a lot of these things. You're all about just winning games and moving on to the next one, and you're not sitting here saying, "Well, the D haven't scored." Like I said earlier, it doesn't matter that they haven't scored. It matters that we win the game. It eventually was going to happen, and for it to be, the game-winning goal, and then kind of the icing on the cake goal by 2 of the defensemen. I think, it becomes the light because the media brings it to light. But I'm sure the guys in the room were, oh man, we got to get one here. And like you said, it was Jan Ruda rolled off the tongue first as the guy that was going to do it.
Thank you, Coach. That concludes the Lightning media availability.